Falcons, taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They go play action now. Ryan. Oh, he's going to air it out right. And that's caught inside the 35.
I'm the best in the game.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Ryan's pass complete. Fumble on the play. Recovered by Tampa Bay.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brought down.
The numbers for Jones last week, 18 carries, 61 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things. But winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there. 1st down.
At the 38-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, just like last play. It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver where any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs? I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
From the gun, it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 45-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, he'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a first down carry by Jones. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. From the 36, Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is going to be intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 13. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Brought down back at his own 9-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Taken down.
Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan escaping the pressure right. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Younghoe Koo to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come. down with the catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to, just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Play action. It's Ryan. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The final shot before half for Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this 3rd quarter of play. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way we could even described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Jones. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The ball carrier.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Tom Brady.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is fielded at the 27. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll run it again with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Falcons. Saquon Barkley with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ronald Jones.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. The catch made by Miller.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First down.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Grady Jarrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. That throw by Brady incomplete.
The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down.
A gain of 6.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, as you would just say, take your foot off the pedal. Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility that people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
The 47-yard line.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Again, it's Barkley.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. Brings up 3rd down.
Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and the nose of the football. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Henry Ruggs.
Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. From the gun, Brady. The left side completion to Jones.
Brady's pass.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun.
Brady to Evans on the slant.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Brady's throw there complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Brady's pass.
That throw good for only a couple that brings up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
The Buccaneer first down.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
To throw again. Brady. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Complete.
19 yards on the pickup there. And now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know there's...
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie A.J. Terrell. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Touchdown, Falcon.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Now, he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Brady now on 1st down. And Miller with it over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final try now for Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? Her she was magic, she mixed it. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a fan, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half.